Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 306 based on novel. So let's start. In an instant, the power transformed by Mo Tianxing's forbidden arm was completely wiped out by the seal of the heavenly king Xiao Yan. Immediately, the guy's chest heaved violently, and a mouthful of blood spurted out. Big brother, big brother, big brother, sir. After a short while, the other three of the four heroes of the Hidden Soul Society and the powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society also roared at Mo Tianxing. During their trip, only Mo Tianxing, a half-step 4-star fighting immortal, took the lead. If even he failed, I am afraid that this battle would no longer have the slightest suspense. Retreat. In a few breaths, Mo Tianxing looked at Xiao Yang with a grim expression, wishing to swallow Xiao Yang, but he knew that he had failed, and the taboo arm was completely obliterated by Xiao Yang, and now only one way to retreat. What Mo Tianxing did not expect was that this Xiao Yang actually learned the seal of the Heavenly King hidden by the Heavenly King. Don't worry, how could you leave so easily? Seeing this, Xiao Yang smiled slowly, and a dazzling wave suddenly erupted. After all, the hidden soul would be too vicious, and since they had become enemies, then Xiao Yang was naturally won't let them go easily. Yuan Yang. After a while, Xiao Yang suddenly drank to a rather hidden place in the space, and suddenly a little girl's figure slowly appeared in everyone's sight. Leave it to me. Seeing this, Yuan Yang also smiled excitedly, but a stone formation that exuded heart-pounding fluctuations in his hand also burst out, and immediately his pink and tender hands were facing Mo Tianxing's hidden soul. The strong will throw it away. Not good. It's the power of the formation. Quickly withdraw. Mo Tianxing hurriedly shouted when he saw this, but it was too late. The dazzling formation stone exploded directly, forming a formation that enveloped all the powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society. Boom. I don't know what kind of formation Yuan Yang was using, but the formation pattern that appeared on the stone formation reached 40,000. 40,000 paths. This is a tyrannical existence that is enough to easily obliterate the 4-star fighting immortals. Being displayed by Yuan Yang like this, many of the powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society will suffer heavy losses even if they don't die. Susu, what a waste. Seeing that the strongest of the Hidden Soul Society was defeated by a little-known 3-star fighting immortal midstage, and even all the strong men were trapped by a little girl, suddenly on the other side, the Hall of Souls, the dozens of powerhouses inside couldn't help but snorted coldly. There are a total of 12 people in the Soul Hall, and among these 12 people, all of them have the perfect strength of the 3-star Yan, so even if they temporarily wiped out the powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society, these guys are evenly matched with them. Is the Soul Palace strong? At this moment, Xiao Yang's eyes slowly shifted to these guys. Without exception, the 12 people were all shrouded in black robes, but the guy who just spoke seemed to be this guy. The leader of the crowd generally has the absolute right to speak. Let's do it, either you will die or I will die today. After a short while, the leader of the Soul Palace opened his mouth, and his voice was filled with a taste of death, but the eyes hidden under the black robe were facing each other from time to time. The Qiankuan ancient formation is invested, as if waiting for something. Go. To completely obliterate these wicked guys. Seeing this, Xiao Yang also snorted coldly, and attacked these guys together, but Xiao Yang's eyes were always watching the inside of the Qiankuan ancient array. Any energy fluctuations will be discovered immediately. And once the poison demon empress is freed from the trap, I am afraid that this demon town will also fall into a real purgatory. At that time, it will be the best chance for my master to get out. Before that, he can only rely on his own strength. Boom. The overall quality of the powerhouses in the 4 continents is excellent, even if there is some personal grievance, but when facing the powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society and the Soul Palace, they are also the same enemies and fight against the enemy together. Because of the principle of prosperity and prosperity, they still understand. However, although the 12 people in this Soul Hall are all 3-star Yan complete strength, but under the siege of Xiao Yang and others, they are also retreating for a while. Obviously, it is only a matter of time to completely defeat them. As for the guys from the Hidden Soul Society, was trapped in Yuan Yang's formation and was tortured. Inside the Qiankuan ancient formation, the Dawnlight Gate seals the space outside the formation. Soul, are you sure? As Xiao Yang used the Thor scroll to get out of here, Dusha was also full of resentment, thinking that he was a dignified half-emperor level powerhouse, and now his 4-star fighting immortal level strength was actually beaten by a 3-star. The guy in the middle stage of Yan was playing around, which made him quite annoyed. The ghost didn't respond to the poisonous break, but the black blood mist on the body was expanding. After a short period of time, it was close to covering most of the space, and the scarlet lines on the blood mist slowed down. Slowly emerged, it turned out that this space was completely imprisoned. The Dawnlight Gate sealing array has a very strong imprisoning power for the eerie ghosts and the power of evil, so it becomes restless for a while, and the white light that can be seen everywhere in the space is attacking the ghosts. Go away. The white light contains divine power, trying to purify the black blood mist on the soul, but when it just touched the blood mist pattern on the soul, it suddenly rioted, as if being hit frightened in genera. What kind of power is this? Dusha is also well informed, but when he saw the lines of the blood mist on the soul of the evil spirits, a trepidation also emerged. He knew that the power this guy exerted at this time was definitely not himself. Yes, it seems a bit like other strong men gave him, so it was kept in the bottom of my heart. It's just that the lines on the blood mist exudes a power that makes all things worship and surrender, making people shudder. Dawnlight Gate, break it for me. In an instant, when the scarlet lines on the blood mist flashed with an unusually bloody, blood-colored aura, a very dignified smell could be seen everywhere in this space, and the ghosts were also pupils. Shrink tightly, and then look at the faintly flickering hall in the space. At this moment, the lines on the countless blood mist suddenly burst out with extremely tyrannical power, and attacked the hall in the center. New 81 Chinese website updates the fastest mobile terminal. After all, the Dawnlight Gate was set up by a light-type powerhouse. Upon sensing this scene, the bright white light immediately ignited completely, thus making this space a solemn and sacred setting. It's too late. After a while, the ghost smiled strangely, and then the illusory palm suddenly squeezed, and the mysterious lines on the blood mist suddenly showed a trace of cracks, and the morning light gate sealing formation was also in the soul. Under such terrifying destruction, it has become fragmented. Earthbreak palm. Upon seeing this, Poison Brack was overjoyed immediately, and the dazzling attack of the palm went directly towards the hall, and the evil poisonous gas that covered the sky and the earth suddenly emerged. Boom. Let the Dawnlight Gate seal array be tyrannical, and at the same time face the dazzling attacks of the soul and the poisonous temple, it is also slowly broken. Boom. With the full use of soul evil and earth poison break, the white light in this space slowly disappeared, and in the center, a solemn hall slowly emerged. Success. Seeing the strange imprisoning force around the solemn hall slowly disappearing, there was a burst of fiery heat on the face of the soul. Whether he can crack the Gate of Dawn Light is the most important part of his plan, but with the power given by some supreme beings in him, he has finally cracked this tyrannical formation. Ha ha ha. Success. My subordinate Earth Poison Temple. Welcome to my queen. Suddenly, in this space, countless heaven and earth energies became quiet in an instant, and even the breathing of the two of them became dignified, because there was no seal of the morning light gate. Above the hall, an extremely evil figure slowly emerged. Suddenly, in the hall, a red-clothed figure stepped out slowly with graceful steps, and every step, unexpectedly, caused the energy in this space to tremble. This beautiful woman looks weak, but on top of that delicate body, there is a touch of evil fluctuations that make the world fear, and the turquoise light slowly haunts her, which looks extremely terrifying. Earth Poison Temple, and the guys in Soul Hall, you've worked hard. The Poison Temple Demon Empress who just emerged, glanced at the two of them with her beautiful eyes, and immediately said in a very indifferent tone, as if she knew the soul for a long time. Sin can break the seal and release himself. My queen, Tiandusha has fallen. This demon suppression prison is not a place to stay for a long time, we should leave here as soon as possible. Seeing this, Didusha was overjoyed, and immediately said, after all, they are weak, and here they are again. It is deep inside Tianming Villa. If they are discovered by the strong inside Tianming Villa, I am afraid that the two of them are also in danger. No hurry. There are still some things that need to be settled with the strong people of Tianming Villa. The poisonous demon empress's beautiful eyes flickered, and she opened her mouth slightly like an ordinary woman, but the dazzling killing intent under her voice was nonetheless. Anyone can see it. Respected Poison Demon Empress, in the name of the Supreme Being of our Soul Palace, I have come to help you get out of trouble, but as a price, I would like to borrow something from your lord. At that instant, the soul evil face slowly spoke with a solemn expression, although he said it was I was ordered, but it was still a big problem whether the Demon Empress of Poison Brahma would agree. Even if the Poison Temple Demon Empress in front of her is like a human woman, with delicate facial features and a delicate body, she has been sealed for many years, but she does not dare to underestimate her. Obviously, the strength of this guy, at the level of a 6-star fighting immortal, can be easily squeeze yourself to death. What do you want to borrow from me? Tell me. This empress is not a ruthless and unrighteous person, just to repay your kindness for helping me break the seal this time. After all, some old guys in the Soul Palace and I are also old friends. After a while, the strange beauty of the Poison Temple Demon Empress, a deadly turquoise light flashed in his eyes, and then he stared at the soul and smiled. Being stared at by the Demon Empress of Poison Shaw, the do chi in the soul instantly solidified, and even a fear from the depths of the soul filled the air. I want to use the evil tool of the adult. The figure of the ghostly trembling trembled, but still said it. Bold. Is the evil tool also something that you humans can touch? Listening to the voice of the soul, the originally calm Di Jusha suddenly roared. Evil gear, as the name suggests, is a weapon with great power. The reason why the Emperor-level powerhouses in the foreign evil clan can make the powerhouses in the world fear is precisely because they have the evil gear in their hands. There are many kinds of evil tools, and each of them has great power. An Emperor-level powerhouse with evil tools has the lowest strength and is comparable to the human 6-star fighting immortal. In the case of one-on-one, only very few humanity and its confrontation. Evil equipment. It seems that those old guys in your soul palace don't give up. The Demon Empress Jusha heard the words, but a playful arc was drawn on her pretty face. If you want it, just come and get it. After a short while, the corners of the Poison Demon Empress's mouth wriggled, disapprovingly. Sir, I'm offended. After the ghost finished speaking, the dark ghost energy on his body was directly replaced by a blood-colored aura, and on top of this blood-colored aura, there was actually a terrifying power that was not lost to the Demon Empress of the Poison Temple. Extremely weak. The breath of the Deputy Hall Master of the Soul Palace. It seems that your Soul Hall hates our foreign evil clan very much. Looking at the extremely bright blood-colored aura on the soul of the ghost, the Poison Temple Demon Empress smiled slowly, but the smile was extremely coquettish, like a foodie. Human demons. It's too weak. If you, the Deputy Hall Master of the Soul Palace, are here, you can still fight me, but it's a pity that I was sent here to die. After a while, before the attack in the hands of the soul evil was brewing, the poison suddenly stopped. The Demon Empress' delicate palm slowly lifted, and then she gently grabbed the void where the soul was located. Not good. Seeing this, Soul Evil was immediately shocked, because at this time, a majestic force that he could not resist suddenly came, and even under the invasion of this force, Soul Evil's whole body was strangely aura. Become chaotic. It's over. The Demon Empress Poisonous Bracer slowly raised her jade hand, and then squeezed it suddenly. The space around the soul suddenly shrank, and the terrifying pressure caused the soul to collapse rapidly. New Bei Chinese website debut. But, damn. Seeing this, Hunksy knew immediately that this time, the plan would probably only end in failure. After all, he had just broken the power of the seal, but he reserved it to deal with the poisonous Demon Empress. It is different from having fallen into a situation where the lamp has run out of oil. Bang bang bang. The Demon Empress of Poison Brahma did not easily wipe out the ghosts, but after torturing her palms were raised, and the ghosts with turbulent breath like a dead dog were moved towards throw away. Di Jusha, let's go. This day, Ming Mountain Villa has imprisoned me for so many years, and it's time to charge some interest. Besides, there seem to be a few interesting little guys outside my hall, which made me smell some familiar aura. The Demon Empress of Poison Temple said. After that, the strange pupils wrapped in turquoise slowly flickered, and then the two slowly stepped through the void and moved towards the outside world. Bang bang bang. What is that? As for the Qiankuan ancient array, the powerhouses from the 4 continents were still fighting with the Soul Hall powerhouses, but at this time, the Soul Hall powerhouses had already been defeated, and immediately everyone saw that from the Qiankuan ancient formation. The souls that flew out like a dead dog in the middle couldn't help but look at each other in dismay. That is Soul Evil. How could he? Duo Chifei and Liu Qing also found out about this guy's situation and couldn't help but say, "The Demon Empress of Poison Temple, has the seal finally broken?" Seeing this, Xiao Yang stopped the offensive in his hands, then stood up straight, his eyes slowly fixed on the embarrassed figure. From the figure, Xiao Yang stood up straight. Yang clearly smelled some obscure fluctuations, those fluctuations, like a man-eating demon. Immediately, he looked at the inside of the Qiankuan ancient array, where there seemed to be an evil aura that was like an awakened giant dragon, slowly walking out. The Demon Empress of Poison Temple. I'm finally willing to come out. But unlike Xiao Yang's shock, the Soul Eater Lord laughed fiery at this time, and there was an extremely terrifying wave in his voice, just like a 6-star fighting immortal who is as strong as the poisonous Demon Empress. In his own hands, he is also like a weak woman who has no power to tie a chicken. Boom. As the ghost was thrown out like a dead dog by the demon empress of the Poison Temple, the expressions of many of the powerhouses in the Soul Palace immediately became extremely ugly. Sir, Lord Soul Evil has been seriously injured. What should I do now? After a while, only a few remaining powerful Soul Palace powerhouses asked the leader. Damn it. Soul Evil, the Lord gave you so many means, but still failed. Let's retreat. At that time, the leader of the Soul Palace also slowly shook his head. Obviously, the trend has passed, and staying here will probably only increase casualties. Take the 6th Soul Lord, go. In an instant, before Xiao Yan and the others could react, the strong man in the Soul Palace flew out to catch the Soul Evil, and then a tyrannical soul attack emerged, and suddenly everyone formed a lightning bolt, suddenly disappeared in this space. In this battle, the Soul Palace sent a lot of powerhouses, but the gains were extremely small, and the many powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society were still suppressed in the formation at this time. What's going on? Seeing this, Xiao Yang, Du and Chifei, and several others from the 4 continents stopped attacking and let the Soul Hall powerhouse escape, looking at the inside of the ancient Qianquan formation with a solemn expression, and couldn't help asking. That guy, it's still broken. After a while, Liu Qing opened his mouth slightly. Obviously, as a light element, the Dawn Light Gate was one of the few tyrannical seal formations in their holy see. When the seal formation was just broken, Liu Qing felt it. What should I do now? After a short while, the aftermath of the battle dissipated, and several powerhouses present looked at each other in dismay. Inside the Qianquan ancient array, a breath of evil demons was slowly stepping out, and once this guy emerged, I am afraid that waiting for them is only death. The demon empress of Poison Temple is broken, we can't be her opponents, let's all go. This time the demon suppression prison competition is completely over. Xiao Yang shook his head weakly, and then faced the many strong people below. Is it really the demon empress of Poison Braces? Heiju and the others couldn't help but feel a tinge of palpitations when they heard the words, and then spoke slightly. They had already heard of the mighty name of the demon queen of Poison Braces. Come on, leave the demon suppression prison, and then inform the powerhouses in the Tianming Villa. Although the demon empress of the Poison Temple has broken the seal, her strength is definitely not as strong as before. If the powerhouses of the Tianming Villa come to block it, I am afraid there is still a glimmer of hope. Looking at the unmoved people below, Xiao Yang couldn't help roaring with a solemn expression, saying that he wanted to let these guys leave here temporarily. The Poison Temple Demon Empress is getting closer and closer, and the ancient Qianquan formation may not be able to stop her for long. Once she appears, I am afraid that these powerhouses will only have a dead end, and that will delay the timing of their master's shot. Damn it. Farewell. Immediately, the powerhouses of the 4 continents also took out the magic stone, and then squeezed gently, a milky white halo emerged on their bodies, and then disappeared directly here. They knew that the Poison Temple Demon Empress was not something they could deal with. There is no hesitation under the balance. Yuan Yang, Xiao Gui, let's go too. After a while, as all the 4 continents left, Xiao Yang immediately opened his mouth to some of the partners below. Yuan Yang and the 2 heard the words and slowly left here, but with the departure of the 2, the formation was broken, and many powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society emerged, but their breath was weaker and sluggish. Obviously, there is no less suffering in the formation. Brother, I'm not leaving, I want to be with you. Xiao Gui turned his head directly, and then a strange ghost energy emerged in his body. Aren't you leaving? Xiao Yang asked helplessly for a while, looking at the last figure of Xiao Gui, Du Qifei and Liu Qing in the demon suppression prison. I cultivate the light system, so I should be able to help you. Liu Qing replied. Aren't you going to leave? Although you are the master of the holy flame, it is your responsibility to obliterate the evil races outside the realm, but as a reincarnator, this is also my task. Duo Qifei spoke slowly, and there was some relief in his voice. Obviously the current he also has the strength to help Xiao Yang. Let's go. There are some things on your body that you must fight against the Demon Empress. After a short while, Xiao Yang said with an uncertain expression. Obviously, the matter of the Soul Eater must not be said, but if they exist, they will undoubtedly affect him. The master made a move. After all, if his master didn't make a move, with the strength of the 4 of them, it was impossible for Zhuang Potian to be the opponent of the poisonous Demon Empress. But that's a 6-star fighting immortal. Duo Qifei disagreed with Xiao Yang's words and refused directly. Trust me, I won't die until you are completely reincarnated. I also have a last resort. Let's go first. After a while, Xiao Yang's voice became solemn. Let's go. Brother, I believe in you. When we leave here, we will go to the rescue. Xiao Gui's pupils flickered, and he seemed to sense the unspeakable hiddenness in Xiao Yang's voice, and immediately laughed. Xiao Yang, remember what you said. If you have 3 strengths and 2 weaknesses, even if I step on the entire foreign evil clan, I will kill them all. As soon as the words fell, light suddenly appeared on the 3 people's bodies, and they slowly left. Here. Now there's a good show to watch. At this moment, in the demon suppression prison, there are only many powerhouses from the Hidden Soul Society and Xiao Yang. Hey! This guy is also an amorous kind. I hope this time the Thunder Master won't be as miserable as the previous generation's Thunder Master. Suddenly, the voice of the Soul Eater also sounded slowly. My lord, this is... On the other side, many of the powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society found that the evil aura suddenly tumbled in the town of Demon Prison, and couldn't help being shocked. That's... Xiao Yang. Go ahead and capture him. At this moment, Mo Tianxing didn't notice the Poison Temple Demon Empress who was getting closer and closer in the Qiankuan ancient array. He immediately held a grudge against Xiao Yang for destroying his forbidden arm, and snorted coldly, controlling many strong men to attack Xiao Yang. Zhu. Xiao Yang, however, was dismissive of this, and with a sudden wave, the dazzling flame power directly defeated these guys temporarily, so he looked solemnly at the ancient Qiankuan formation in front of him. The Qiankuan ancient formation is an ancient formation, and now it has been injected with formation stones to restore its peak. Even the Poison Temple Demon Empress cannot destroy it, but at this time, the countless evil auras in this sky suddenly emit bursts of pleasure, as if welcoming the return of their own kings. Brother, wait, look, then, what is that? What is that? Mo Baixian, the second child, stopped Mo Tianxing in time, and looked at the sky with a dry voice. At this time, above the sky, a woman in red accompanied a man, standing in the air, and the woman in red absorbed the boundless evil power in the demon suppression prison. Poison. Poison Demon Empress? How is that possible? Mo Tianxing's face turned pale in an instant, and when he saw this woman, it was as if he had fallen into a magical abyss, and a sense of powerlessness emerged. Boom. In an instant, with the appearance of the red-clothed woman, in the depths of this demon town, countless evil blood mists emerged from nowhere, and continued to gather towards the red-clothed woman above the sky. When he left, in an instant, waves of destructive waves slowly emerged from his delicate body and swept the entire demon suppression prison. At this moment, the demonic energy in this demon suppression prison is overwhelming, and countless demonic energy rises like waves, setting the demon suppressing prison a real hell. Chiche's novels are first published on the whole network. The Demon Empress of the Poison Break. Mo Tianxing, headed by the Hidden Soul Society, saw this, his eyes slowly became serious, and his voice was unusually hoarse. Many of the powerhouses in their Hidden Soul Society at this time have been seriously injured. In addition, the forbidden arm in their hands has been cracked by Xiao Yang, and they can't deal with the poisonous Demon Empress no matter what. Forbidden Sea King's subordinate. The red-clothed woman standing in the sky slowly turned her beautiful eyes away from the powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society below, and her voice was extremely contemptuous. My queen, it was this guy who killed the Sky Poison Shaw. After a while, the local poisoned Shaw noticed Xiao Yang's upright figure, and his face became hideous. He and Sky Poison Shaw have some tacit understanding and sense, and naturally he can know that Sky Poison Shaw was beheaded by this guy in front of him. The middle stage of the 3-star fighting immortals. Huoxin Tianyang is ranked 35th on the Sacred Flame ranking. After a short while, the beautiful eyes of the poisonous Demon Empress slowly stared at Xiao Yang, and a tone of surprise filled the air. Being stared at by the Demon Queen of Poison Braces, even if Xiao Yang tried his best, it was of no avail. Chills continued to emerge from his heart, and even the fire heart Tianyang and ghost face soul flames erupted in his body. With an extremely terrifying vigilance, it was obvious that the Demon Empress of Poison Braces had given them a very dignified pressure. Since it is the subordinate of the Forbidden Sea King, it is also an honor for you to die in the hands of this queen. The next moment, the Demon Queen of Poisonous Breaks took her eyes away from Xiao Yang, and then her turquoise pupils slowly burst out. A burst of green light beams. The green light beams seemed to be weak, but with a monstrous evil aura, they suddenly attacked the many strong men of the Gintama. Not good. Let's go. At that time, Mo Tianxing snorted coldly, not caring about the other strong men. His figure quickly retreated, trying to escape the attack of the poisonous Demon Empress. But after all, the Demon Empress of the Poison Temple is a 6-star fighting immortal powerhouse, and the attack of a 6-star fighting immortal powerhouse even if it is the Poison Temple Demon Empress who has just broken the seal and is in a weak state, is not something they can deal with. Poof. Every time the green beam came into contact with a powerhouse of the Hidden Soul Society, it immediately devoured it, leaving no trace of soul power left. In an instant, many of the powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society, except Mo Tianxing who escaped from the demon suppression prison, other powerhouses, all gone. As the Demon Empress of Poison Temple absorbed the power of the many powerhouses of the Hidden Soul Society, her aura gradually increased, and vaguely, there was an extreme unease in the space of the demon suppression prison. Little guy, hand over the holy flame in your body. After a while, the rest of the minions were dealt with, and the voice of the poisonous Demon Empress accompanied by a burst of jokes. Slowly in this space of the demon suppression prison it sounded, although the voice was weak, it was like a king in the demon suppression prison, and it contained monstrous demonic energy. Xiao Yang was unmoved, and stood there in a daze. The great heavenly seed and the holy flame were displayed at the same time, but the poisonous power was too tyrannical on the green demonic energy on the Demon Empress. It made Xiao Yang feel powerless. Hey! At this moment, the jade hand of the Demon Empress of the Poison Temple slowly grabbed the void where Xiao Yang was, and immediately the space around Xiao Yang was completely imprisoned, and Xiao Yang's body was also completely wrapped by a green demonic energy. In this green demonic energy, there is a tyrannical power that can easily obliterate him. To pay or not to pay. Handing over the holy flame may protect you in the future, or train you to become a confidant of our evil tribe outside the realm. It seems that she is quite reluctant to give up on Xiao Yang. Said. Dream. Xiao Yang laughed loudly, and his body's burning art was running fast, and there was a faint sign of cracking this green demonic energy, and there was a trace of hidden power between his forehead and eyebrows, like a sleeping giant dragon. About to wake up. If that's the case, then die. After you die, I will smash your corpse into 10,000 pieces, and then take out the holy flame, although it will be quite troublesome. As soon as the voice fell, the demonic energy in the entire town of demons suddenly tumbled. At that time, the Demon Empress of Poison Break didn't hold back either. Her jade hand controlled the green demonic energy that enveloped Xiao Yang and squeezed suddenly. Boom boom boom. In the face of such a vicious attack by the Demon Empress of the Poison Temple, let alone Xiao Yang at the level of 3-star fighting immortals, even if it is 4-star fighting immortals, I am afraid that there is only one way to go. After a few breaths, on Xiao Yang's body, a near-colorless and transparent soul force completely wrapped it, and above Xiao Yang's head, an illusory man stepped out. The man as a whole is quite illusory like a soul, but the lines between the eyebrows show his extraordinary aura, and a strong devouring power emerges all over his body. Boom boom boom. With the appearance of this soul man, the countless demonic energies in this demon suppression prison suddenly fled, as if they were afraid of being swallowed up by this soul man. Master of Soul Eater? How is that possible? After a while, Di Jusha, who was beside the Demon Empress Jusha, suddenly spoke up, and her voice was filled with extreme unease. Who is the Lord of Soul Eater? That is the entire ghost world among them, the strongest of the Soul Eater domain, although they are not clear about their strength, but it is said that the Lord of Soul Eater is the supreme one who can compete with the king-level powerhouses of their evil clan outside the territory. Such a ruthless man just appeared, and immediately gave Di Jusha a dignified feeling. Master of Soul Eater. After a while, the Poison Demon Empress stared at the illusory man above Xiao Yang's body and spoke, her voice also filled with a sense of solemnity. Although the Demon Empress of the Poison Temple is an emperor-level powerhouse of a foreign evil clan, and her strength is comparable to that of a human 6-star fighting immortal, the strength of this Soul Eater is not a 6-star fighting immortal. You bully my disciple while I'm not paying attention, the Demon Empress of Poison Temple. Today, you don't have to think about escaping from here. The next moment, the Master of Soul Eater spoke softly, and there was an extremely terrifying devouring power in his voice. With the emergence of this devouring power, the monstrous demonic energy within a few hundred meters of Xiao Yang and the Soul Eater was directly swallowed by the Soul Eater and turned into his power. Master of Soul Eater, you are not in a good state now, why don't we each take a step back? Looking at the extremely difficult enemy in front of her, the Demon Empress Jusha hesitated for a while and then said softly. The Demon Queen of Poison Shak knew that even if the Soul Eater Lord was seriously injured now, she would have a poor chance of winning against him. I had this plan originally, but my disciple is eyeing your high points, so this time, I can only grieve the two of you. Fall down again. As soon as the voice fell, the eyes of the Lord of Soul Eater became sharp, and the forces of devouring continued to sweep out, setting off the entire demon suppression prison quite strangely. Master's power, how strong is it? Xiao Yang couldn't help but become hot when he saw this scene. Boom. In the dark demon suppression prison, with the appearance of the Lord of Soul Eater, the evil demonic energy in the sky was swallowed up a lot, thus forming a situation of 4 opposing sides. Master of Soul Eater, don't be mad. If you insist on doing it, this queen will fight with the power of all the evil things in the demon suppression prison to completely pull you into the abyss. Looking at the arrogant Soul Eater, the poison demon empress couldn't help but let out a coquettish groan. Underneath, its body actually contained a suffocating green venom magic energy. Your words make the king of your extraterritorial evil clan, a superpower, have such a threat for the time being, but it's a pity that a guy with the strength of a 6-star fighting immortal is nothing more than that. If you don't believe it, you can give it a try. The Lord of Soul Eater did not rush to do it, because just now, he had already secretly set up a special formation in this demon suppression prison to isolate the induction of the outside world, so it is only a matter of time before the demon empress of poison braces is wiped out. My queen, I'll hold this guy, go away. After a while, the earth poisonous break turned into a sharp green bow and whirled away at the Lord of Soul Eater, trying to rely on his own 4-star fighting immortal perfection, temporarily hold down the Soul Eater so as to buy time for the demon empress to escape. Beyond one's own strength. Looking at the whistling earth poison shore, the Soul Eater Lord did not hesitate, his illusory palm suddenly lifted, and then he waved it, and a black beam suddenly condensed out, piercing the endless void, blasted away at the ground poison break. Chich's novels are first published on the whole network. The black light beam may seem ordinary, but Xiao Yan knows that above the black light beam, there is the devouring power of the Soul Eater Lord, as well as countless hidden patterns. This level of attack is obviously beyond what Earth Poison Shack can handle. Category. He was hit by the Lord of Soul Eater with a random blow, and suddenly the poisonous break's chest shook violently, and a mouthful of green blood suddenly spewed out. This poison temple, which is as strong as a 4-star Doshian perfection, can't even take a single move from the Master of Soul Eater. You step back. Since you are determined to fight, then this Empress will fight with you. As soon as the voice fell, circles of turquoise evil demonic energy emerged on the body of the poisonous demon Empress. In just a short moment, it turned out to be Ling. The countless demonic energy in the demon suppression prison worshipped him, and condensed into a magic bead the size of a dragon's eye on the palm of his hand. The magic bead had just emerged, and the monstrous green evil light suddenly contained a suffocating bright fluctuation. It's so strong. Even with the power isolation protection of the Soul Eater, Xiao Yang still felt a destructive aura from the green magic bead. Master of Soul Eater, take me a blow. Dusha demon bead. At this moment, the poisonous demon empress said with a bit of solemnity on her pretty face. As soon as the demon empress poisonous break fell, the entire space became quiet. The green magic bead in her palm was easily pushed out by her jade hand and attacked the Soul Eater. Such a terrifying attack, if it hits completely, I'm afraid that if you don't die, you will also peel off a layer of skin. Chich's novels are first published on the whole network. With the condensing of the evil magic beads, screams of grief suddenly resounded throughout the entire demon suppression prison. At that time, a slender black shadow flashed directly in front of Xiao Yang, with a smile on the corner of his mouth, calm and calm. Boom. Just within a few feet of the green magic bead approaching the Lord of Soul Eater, the illusory palm of the Lord of Soul Eater suddenly protruded out of it, and the dazzling power of devouring immediately swept away. As the dazzling devouring power on the Lord of Soul Eater spread completely, the extremely evil green magic bead suddenly froze, and then seemed to have lost all power, allowing the Lord of Soul Eater to easily pinch in hand. Bang bang bang! After a few breaths, the green magic bead was bleak, and was suddenly pinched by the Soul Eater. Was completely destroyed by the Lord of Soul Eater. Master's devouring power, but it's a bit incredible. Xiao Yang's soul was tyrannical, and naturally he was aware of the scene just now. The scene just now seems to be simple, but it is not. It is clearly the Lord of Soul Eater who spread his devouring power, thereby directly swallowing all the power of the evil magic bead. Therefore, the evil magic bead is so vulnerable. Absorbing such a dazzling evil force, it turned out to be the body of the Lord of Soul Eater, which is quite solid. I haven't played against your alien races for many years. I can't think of a dignified Emperor-level powerhouse, and it's just such a trick. I'm really disappointed. The attack of the Poison Temple Demon Empress was defeated at will, and the Lord of Soul Eater was rather dull. The opening, like the attack just now, was just random. My queen. Dusha hurriedly said while absorbing the monstrous evil aura in the demon suppression prison to recover his injuries while watching the demon queen of Dusha. Obviously, the strength of the Soul Eater Lord and the poisonous demon Empress is not even a little bit different. If things go on like this, I am afraid that the only thing waiting for them is their fall. Let's take a look. If it really doesn't work, I'm afraid I have to use evil tools. The Demon Empress of Poison Bracers had an idea in her mind immediately. She didn't waste any time. Soul Eater. Really tyrannical. In the sky, the Poison Demon Empress, surrounded by countless evil blood mists, spoke slowly, her voice extremely ferocious, and behind the blood mist, a gloomy face looked extremely pale. But just because of this, I want to fall, but it's a bit of a fool's dream. After a few breaths, the evil turquoise light flashed in the eyes of the poisonous demon queen, and a burst of sarcasm emerged from the corner of her mouth. An extremely terrifying force followed. I saw that the countless blood mists surrounding the poisonous demon empress turned into 1,000-foot demon claws in front of her under the control of the poisonous demon empress. As the voice of the poisonous demon empress fell, her claws pierced through the void and shot towards the location of the Soul Eater Lord. Excessive resistance. The Master of Soul Eater immediately snorted coldly when he saw such a dazzling attack by the demon empress of the Poison Temple, and then an even more dazzling devouring power emerged around him, and then formed in the palm of his hand. The dazzling claws of thousands of feet came to the Lord of Soul Eater in an instant, with a fierce breath, like an ogre, and at the same time, the power of devouring in the palm of the Lord of Soul Eater also slowly formed, turning into a black. Countless mysterious runes appear around the vortex, the black vortex, and it is vaguely and directly that it has the power to devour all things, which is mysterious and unpredictable. Boom. When the thousand-jong demonic claws just touched the body of the Soul Eater, bursts of devouring power suddenly emerged from the black vortex, thus completely swallowing the endless demonic energy. Seeing that her attack was being defeated, the Demon Empress Dushar also had a look of astonishment on her face. Until this time, the Demon Empress Dushar didn't know why this Soul Eater would make the kings of their extraterrestrial evil clan quite for fear. It is because of his mysterious devouring power. This video will end here.